wasn't clean. It needed the jaw to drop in.
23.
He beat a player we've seen in action this week, Mateusz Baronosz. One of many acts of escapology
29.
from the left-hander.
Jack Jones, 36.
This is one of the few frames in this tournament so far where Sullivan.
That's a brilliant pass.
1.
Couldn't be. Maybe playing.
7.
And if he's going for those kind of reds and.
13.
And having that win will help
16.
that feeling.
Very well done. It was terrific red and then the blue to follow. Only 43 left now, so that graphic is incorrect.
Black and get in behind where the pink and red were.
It wasn't easy. He is at the moment with his game, both on and off the match table that he's battling on and winning that frame, only for Stevens to then regroup in the decider.
Where the pink and... You don't always have to go for a snooker. Every shot when you require one. Might have to swerve it slightly, but
and that settles the argument in this third frame. So continuing to impress, but a couple of errors from the Rocket in this one, and Jones got in with a great long red and then which he hasn't been able to get.
Jack Jones, 3. Under frame.
So Ronnie O'Sullivan 2-1 up. The winner, remember, to play Gary Wilson, who earlier beat the man who knocked out Neil Robertson.
Ronnie wasn't tempted by that red. He could went for it to the left corner. Maybe the fact that there was a red above the black. It's the difference. Not only does it make to the scoreboard, 2 behind as opposed to being level. Normal service resumed here for Ronnie.
$56.
Gets the right side of the blue. It might well have been different had Jones not erred on the red.
62.
But
78.
Clearly not out of the match, but with much.
75.
And every chance. His second century of the match, his sixth of the tournament.
82.
Hadn't played competitively since just missing out on that £500,000 first prize in Saudi. Very effective work on the practice table.
89.
And it's showing. Challenging
94.
conditions or no. For the ton. Another. Just to bring you up to date with the other scores, Barry Hawk. All of those matches available when they resume.
He ended up being so fearful of catching it too thick, missed it altogether.
One.
Beautiful control cannon there. That red at the bottom of the pack.
Nine.
He'll be looking to get on that half ball at some point.
$17. Lonely old Sullivan.
But
17.
accepted it, regrouped, and tried to play as good a safety as he could. That was the danger. Had to catch the pack thick.
One.
And he couldn't have played that. Doesn't seem to be affecting his focus at the moment. And as I say that, he's missed the black.
Lonely
Well,
old
that's a
Sullivan. One.
Black. That third frame was only the second he's lost in this tournament so far.
8.
Had to
His highest break so far, just
40.
36. So.
$20.
a test of your game. It's a test of your character.
27.
It's been a source of frustration for the players at times, but in the main they're just thoroughly dialed into the quality of the snooker. All of the quarterfinals coming up tomorrow, and then
34.
from Sunday.
Yeah, play that nicely. He's just giving himself that angle.
41.
Was just fearful of that other red close to the black cushion.
Oh no.
Jeff Jones. 47.
Well, that's another red. Yeah. Made all the more tricky because he was
Damp, therefore sticky out there. That would also explain a couple of bad contacts and also the chalk.
Sullivan taking the opportunity to release the black. That makes life a lot easier for him. That's right.
Played it as a shot to nothing, but
one.
Sullivan pinches this one.
I was going to say the back being on spot would have made the other red. Doesn't miss a trick, and now he's in prime position.
12.
Oh, goodness me. That only... Sullivan now has this frame at his mercy and has had chances in the previous two.
28. 31.
Yeah, Jack will be fuming in his chair. 3-2, he's right back in it.
35. 40.
Against O'Sullivan, playing as he is at the moment.
53.
A clinical 53 clearance from the 7th. Gary Wilson awaiting the winner in the quarterfinals tomorrow.
One.
Yeah, lovely shot there. And it planed it. He's a determined.
15.
We've seen what he's been doing in the last couple of seasons or so. And against Stuart Bingham, who of course knocked out Ronnie.
Lovely shot there.
$39.
No mistake this time with the black though, and look at the reds.
Caught the red perfect.
47.
Frame or frames in one visit takes less out of you. And because he was just... Yeah, beautiful strike, you can see there.
61.
Perfect cueing.
The initial.
69.
And with the frame safely secured, Jones can be finalist at the English Open within a frame of making the title match
83.
in quarter-final.
$91.
But this has been... Very well played. At key moments, but he's made no mistake in this.
$150. 180. 120.
Might well have compounded by leaving this red.
Sullivan. 1. Jet Jones, 1.
It is.
1.
Jack could be feeling a bit sorry for himself in the chair. Couldn't have.
6.
And after the surprise, is that going to be as good as it gets for him today? Points during this match.
14.
I think he's had a new one put on fairly recently, although that's nothing new for him.
Certainly hasn't affected his concentration or attitude. We have seen it.
Whatever the cause, as a challenge rather than something to shy away from. Yes, he's been a bit more vocal this week. That seems to faze him. And when you look at the way he's scoring this week, on the cusp now, this red. Another very impressive performance from O'Sullivan. Jack Jones has played his part, the 140 total clearance, and was punished heavily for missing.
31.
A couple of reds into the left corner,
32.
proving very significant for him. But made a 147 himself recently. 5-0 win today.
39.
Special in terms of the climax
40.
over the weekend and on Monday for the final.
Be at their absolute best.
47. 56. 59.
An even 100 in the
63.
fourth, 53. Jones responding with his own brilliant TC, but
68. $74.
a clearance of 81 to seal the deal.
I've been excited to receive this for a very long time, the book.